Hey everybody, I am back to do some videos. I know it's been a really long time and I'm thinking about changing up what I do. I know I was doing reviews before, like makeup reviews and stuff, and I think there's enough people on YouTube to do and I can't keep up with all that stuff. I don't got that kind of money, you know? So what I decided to do is make this like a kind of like a military spouse like information site. This would be good for like the girlfriends, the spouses, the new spouses, or just spouses who just don't really get involved. And I understand why we don't, because honestly I really don't get involved too much either. But I just think it'll be good so that you know, like, I know I think that's a good idea. Just go ahead and comment and leave me questions. You know, I could do anything to like how you read an LES. Questions, I can answer them. And I mean, I'm not gonna say like, oh my god, this is the stupidest question, because I think it's better that I answer it here than going and like, you know, waste. In a way, it's kind of wasting time when you go to the town hall meeting, because when I watch the town hall meetings, I see the commander get like, you know, this face like, oh my god, yes, blah blah blah, you know. So just, I'll answer anything. Oh, and especially if you live on Fort Carson or Fort Hood or Fort Sam. I've been to all three of those duty stations before. I grew up at Fort Sam and I was assigned to Fort Hood and Fort Carson. So I know where everything is. If you even want specifics, you just email me. I can get you phone numbers. I can get you people who you need to talk to, whatever. So just let me know. Alright, so anyway, let's go ahead and start this video. Today I'm going to do what to expect at the military. Usually military balls start at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is cocktail hour. That's where they usually, also too, I'm sorry, it's at like a resort or a hotel. Last year they had it at the Antlers Hilton, like the lobby foyer area. They have little bars set up and you can go ahead and buy your drinks there. This year we had it at the Cheyenne Mountain Resort. That was a nice place too. They had bars upstairs and downstairs, even though the ballroom was downstairs. So usually cocktail hour is about 6. It starts at 6 and it ends at 7. It's usually about an hour long. So when they plan on opening the doors to go into the ballroom, they have what's called a receiving line. And the receiving line is usually everybody lines up to go into the ballroom, and it's usually more likely it's going to be a battalion function. So, you know, and it'll be the battalion commander and his wife, the battalion sergeant major and his wife, the brigade sergeant major and commander and their wives, guests of honor, anybody that is important, really, they'll have there at the in the receiving line. And all you do is they, you know, hi, my name is, you know, Colonel so and so, shake their hand, and you are who, and you'll be like, oh, my name is Stephanie, blah blah blah, and they just go down the line like that until you make it into the ballroom. So before, when you're in the receiving line, usually they have big poster boards on easels and they have pictures of the tables and it tells you where you're sitting. So you look up your name, like Sergeant so-and-so and wife is table 13. So you go to, when you get inside the ballroom, you look for table 13 and they'll have little name cards like a wedding that'll say, you know, Sergeant so-and-so, Mrs. so-and-so, right next to each other. Dog don't want to go away. And so that's how the table will be set, and it'll be all set, and usually they give you like a gift. I know when we went to the Antlers Hilton, they had they gave us champagne glasses for each one of us, the service member and the spouse. This year they had a mug for the service member. It was a nice mug, heavy glass. It had the unit decal on it. I mean the unit insignia on it. And the wives or the spouses got an ornament, a little crystal ornament and a rose. So I think that was really nice this time. Sorry, the heater just kicked on. I'll try to talk a little bit louder. Alright, so anyway, after you get inside, you know, everybody gets situated, then they ring the little damn bugle call that they have saying, hey, everybody sit down, we're going to start. So then usually, I don't know who it is, somebody gets up to the podium and says, alright, everybody please stand for the posting of colors. and we're gonna go ahead and sing the national anthem. So the color guard comes in with their colors. Now, when the colors use there, okay, so then they'll post the colors and they'll march back, the color guard. Then they'll go ahead and start singing the national anthem. And there'll be somebody from their like choir or whatever singing. Okay, so anyway, after that's done and the chaplain goes up, let's have a prayer. Okay, a prayer sung, blah, blah, blah. And then there'll be like momentary speeches. Usually it's from the battalion commander. Battalion commander will get up there and be like, well, welcome everybody to our winter formal, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for coming. Enjoy. Have a good time. Sergeant Major will say a couple words real quick. Thank you for coming. Enjoy your evening. Be responsible, blah, blah, blah. And then after the speeches, they introduce the soldiers' table. The soldiers' table is a tradition that they do at all military events, formal military events, whether it's a military ball or a dining out. They will do the soldiers' table. And the soldiers' table, what it is it's a table in remembrance of the fallen soldiers. And right after that, they play taps. And then after that, they do a toast. So they always tell, you know, to everybody, go ahead and load your glasses. I think it's called load your glasses. I don't know. But, you know, tell everybody to load your glasses. You pick up your water glass, your cocktail that you got from cocktail hour, whatever you have there. And, you know, they'll say, you know, to the United States Army, and then you raise your glass to the Army. They'll say to whatever. Usually, they'll give you a program, and it says who, you know, to the President of the United States of America, to the President. They toast to everything, to the President, to the Army, to the division, to the brigade, to the battalion, to the wives, to the soldiers, and to the fallen. And then after the toast is the wonderful grog. The most entertaining part of the night. The grog, what it is they get a ginormous punch bowl. And usually it has punch in it. This time it didn't have punch in it, so it was pretty strong. And every company that's inside, a company, you know, like Alpha Company, Bravo Company, Charlie Company, that's inside the battalion, the commander and the first sergeant get a bottle of liquor. Usually, and it's usually 2 per person. So first sergeant will have 2, he'll have maybe, and every first sergeant commander from each company goes and says, you know, this is for Alpha Company, blah, blah, blah. I present the grog with Wild Turkey and Jack Daniels. And they will just pour it into the grog. Yeah. And every company will do that in the battalion. No mix. So after the grog is usually when they serve dinner. And it's usually a 5-course dinner. They start off, they bring you bread, then they bring you a salad. Then sometimes they have appetizers, sometimes they don't. This time at the Cheyenne Mountain, they didn't have an appetizer, but at the Hilton they did. And then they bring you, of course, your dinner, and then they bring you dessert. And then after the dinner, they have the cake. They do the cutting of the cake. Then after that is when they do the speeches. This is when people actually talk, and especially if, you know, if they just come back from deployment, that usually means that they're going to get over there. That usually means they're going to do a change of command. So this is the time that, you know, all the commanders and sergeant majors have their final words and things. And they say, you know, and they get presented with things and everything. So that's what really takes the longest. And sometimes they have a guest of honor that'll talk. And the guest of honor will either talk before dinner or after dinner. It all just depends. But there will always be speeches. Then after the speeches, there will be the retiring of the colors. And usually they have the closing prayer before the colors or after. I don't remember. But there's another prayer before. And then they retire the colors. Once again, they pick up the colors and they take them out the building. And then there'll be, you know, this concludes the formal part of our dinner or whatnot. And go ahead and the dance will start. So the dance starts, usually the dance is supposed to start about 10 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock. No, about 10 o'clock actually. And then it usually lasts till about midnight. But yeah, that's how the military ball goes. And I mean, it's like, but okay, so once again, if you have any suggestions, any questions, any comments, go ahead and leave it in my comments. I mean, really, just ask me anything. How to read an LES, how to apply for housing, how to put your child in daycare, on post daycare. You know, what they need to do, whatever you need to do. I mean, I'm the wife and the mother, so I know how to put the kids in, whatever extracurricular activities, the CYS program, whatever. So just go ahead and ask me. If you don't want to ask me in the comments, go ahead and shoot me an email through Yahoo, or yeah, through YouTube. And I'll be more than happy to help you. And I mean, if you don't like this idea, then go ahead and comment that too. I mean, I can go back to doing reviews, but I don't really have anything new to review on that really hasn't been reviewed on already on YouTube. But alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye.